If your child has just been diagnosed with a concussion, you're probably feeling scared, overwhelmed, and unsure of what to do next. I've been there too. But here's the thing. Children are incredibly resilient, and with the right guidance and care and support, healing is possible. So today I'm going to share with you some practical tips for navigating the medical community. My name is Larissa. I was in a car accident 4 years ago and I've been healing from my brain injury. And today I'm sharing what I've learned along the way. I'm going to help equip you with the tools to find the right medical professionals to help your child. Let's start with a quick rundown of some of the medical professionals that I have experience with who helped me along my path. Your child's family doctor or pediatrician. These guys are going to kind of quarterback your child's recovery. They're going to be in charge of referrals and prescriptions and making sure that tests get booked, that sort of thing. Your child might be sent to a neurologist who will help to assess and figure out if your child does have a concussion. They might evaluate the severity of your child's concussion, and they might monitor ongoing progress. You can check out our video on concussion myths. In that, we talk about the fact that concussions don't show up on MRIs or CT scans. So if you go to your family doctor or a neurologist or you're at the ER and they talk to your child and ask questions and assess whether or not they have a concussion, that's how assessments happen. MRIs, CT scans are to check for other things. So if your doctor says that yes, your child has a concussion, but they haven't been sent for an MRI, it's okay. Trust your doctor. They know what they're doing. Vision therapists work with children who have vision issues after their concussion. So this can look like blurry vision. It can also look like light sensitivity or headaches or difficulty judging where things are, if they're knocking over things or if they're walking into door frames. Vision therapists will use activities and exercises to help retrain the brain and the eyes to communicate better. This can be really important for children who are struggling with schoolwork or reading or coordination. If you'd like more information on concussions and vision therapy, I interviewed my vision therapist and she is awesome, so you can check out the link for a more in-depth look at how vision therapy helps. Chiropractors and physical therapists can help with neurological rehabilitation. Neurological rehabilitation will focus on restoring balance and coordination and physical function. Concussions often affect motor skills, and my chiropractor specializes in neurological rehabilitation, and he really helped with my recovery from these symptoms. Occupational therapists can help with everyday tasks, from cognitive tasks to self-care routines. If your child is struggling with schoolwork or day-to-day activities, an occupational therapist might be able to provide them with some tools to help ease that burden. A healthcare provider that I don't have experience with is a speech therapist. Sometimes concussions can impact communication or memory or processing, and a speech therapist can help with communication skills. Keep in mind that many specialists have a wait list, and it can be helpful to track your child's symptoms and their severity in the lead up to seeing a healthcare provider. It just kind of gives you a head start when you get there. We do have a free downloadable PDF symptom tracker that you can get from the Concussion Crew website, and we do have it linked below. If you'd kind of like an overview of how to use it, you can check out my video, What to Do First, Suspecting Your Child Has a Concussion. This will help you to keep detailed notes so that when you get to your healthcare appointments, you're 5 steps ahead. Just because a healthcare provider is the right type of provider for your child's needs. So just because your child has vision issues and needs to see a vision therapist doesn't mean that all vision therapists are equal. So here are some tips to ensure that you find the right fit, a practitioner who truly understands your child's needs and can meet them. Look for someone with pediatric experience. While any neurologist or therapist can treat concussions, finding one who specializes in children can make a huge difference. As I'm sure you know, kids often need a more playful approach to feel comfortable. I know that when you look for dentists, you look for someone who has a child-friendly approach. It's okay to say this doctor might be great. He might be the leading neurologist in the world, but his bedside manner is terrible and he scares my child. I want a different neurologist to be in charge of my child's medical care. Concussions feel big and scary and urgent, and they are, but also it's okay to say no to that particular doctor and to find a referral, a second opinion, somebody that's a better fit for you and your family. If your child's concussion is a result of a sports injury, ask about the healthcare provider's experience with athletes. A lot of concussion specialists work with young athletes. So if your child is involved in sports, look for someone who understands their specific needs and can guide them safely to return to play. Concussion symptoms can be scattershot. I have headaches and light sensitivity and a variety of symptoms that my vision therapist helps me with. I am dizzy and nauseated and have issues that my chiropractor helps me with. I am dealing with emotional lability and other things around feelings that my psychologist helps me with. My entire team communicate with each other. So I would ask the healthcare provider how they feel about collaborating with other healthcare providers. Look for specialists who are comfortable and willing to communicate with your child's school or coaches or other healthcare providers. A holistic, child-centered approach is crucial for recovery. It's not about egos, it's not about, oh, my technique is better than your technique, or my discipline is more valid than your discipline. What is best for your child? What is having the biggest impact on your child's recovery? And let's focus on that as a group. That's kind of the vibe that I would recommend finding. Now let's talk about questions that I would ask during consultations. I wouldn't jump into the very first provider that's available's schedule. It's important to ask questions and to find the right fit for your child. Here are a few questions to consider asking. How much experience do you have working with children who have had concussions? You want a provider who is comfortable with kids and understands the specific needs of young patients. How do you involve parents in the recovery process? It's so important to work with someone who is going to keep you informed and who values your input about your child's progress. This is not a dictatorship. Just because they have a medical background doesn't mean that they get to make blanket statements and dictate how recovery is going to work for your child. What is your approach to concussion recovery for children? Make sure that their approach is holistic and includes gradual steps, especially when you're talking about returning to sports and play and activities. Do you collaborate with schools or coaches? This is obviously most important for children who are in school and who are in sports. You're going to need healthcare providers who will create an individualized plan that fits into your child's life. One of the most difficult parts of healing is the slow pace of concussion recovery. At least it was for me. The changes happen in such small increments that it can feel like nothing is getting better. This is normal. Truly, it is. Your child's brain needs time to heal, and progress can be slow. And sometimes that's going to be frustrating for you, and oftentimes it's going to be frustrating for your child and for the school and the coaches and the friends. You've got a lot on your shoulders right now, and I'm sorry for that. The most important thing to remember is that healing is happening, and each small step is still movement forward. It's progress. Don't lose hope. Your child's resilience, combined with the right support, is going to help them to heal. If you'd like more detailed information about healthcare providers, what they do, how they help, you can click the link to check out our video. And if you're just starting this journey, we've got a playlist called Concussions 101. It's got basic information, terminology, myths that you shouldn't believe, and more information to help you on your recovery journey, because information is power. If you found this video helpful, I hope that you will subscribe for more tips on how to make healing from a concussion a little bit easier. Our bodies are designed to heal, and with time and care and a lot of patience, your child will get there. Things will get better. Thank you for watching, and remember that you're not alone in this journey.